Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back. The MLG Studios here in New York City. Hoping you're having a great evening. I'm having a good time watching a lot of awesome StarCraft 2. Of course, this is Season 1, Day 1. WCS America Premier League. I'm axeltoss, joined by axslav. Having a good time?
Oh yeah. That last match,
awesome,
last match was insanely intense.
Yeah.
Snute's run-bys in the early parts of the game were really impressive to watch.
Yes.
STC's use of Widow Mines, and it was just back and forth, and then STC overextended just a little bit too much and lost all those Marauders.
Yes.
And I mean,
imagine if he had those Marauders behind a wall in his natural.
I mean, well, Snute had the back way the game would have gone on.
Yep.
Right, but at this level, just one mistake like that is all it can take sometimes.
Yes. One little decision here or there can give you the game or cost you the game, quite literally, in StarCraft 2. And these games are very important. We're trying to find out who's going to advance to the round of 16 of Season 1 of the Premier League of WCS America. Here we are in game number 2. In the top right-hand location, we have a player who's trying to make a statement. He's the Blue Zerg player representing Team Liquid, hailing from Norway. He is Snute. One win away from advancing to the round of 16, first in his group. His opponent in the top left-hand location has some work to do. One might say he's used to being down 1-0, as it happened in his first match, losing the game 1 against 5, but then coming back and winning 2 in a row. Can he do it here in the winner's match and solidify himself in the round of 16? Representing Team Complexity, he is the STC. I would also like to urge you guys to follow these guys on Twitter and send them nice messages. The STC is at COL_the STC on Twitter. And Snute from Team Liquid is at Liquid Snute on Twitter. These guys are both staying up late to play these games live. So definitely send them your well wishes, your good lucks, your GG, your HF.
You know what?
What's up?
I feel like Snute's going to win this.
Oh.
STC got historically WCS unlucky spawn.
Is that what we're calling it?
He spawned here against Vibe, he lost. Theognis spawned at the top left against Snute, and he lost.
So 100% of the time, on this map, the person who spawns in the top left loses.
Yes.
Wow.
And you can be even more specific. It can be even 100% of the time it's a Terran versus Zerg, and a Terran spawns at the top left. Terran loses.
Wow.
I mean, granted, we don't have an insane amount of data, so the science nerds out there.
Can STC overcome the odds?
Yeah.
And take victory here.
Well, he's getting 2 Marines, so he's not going straight for that Reaper.
I have a counterpoint.
Wait. Why is he going to... This is interesting. He's not doing a Reaper opening. Wait. When's the last time in Heart of the Storm you've seen a Terran open gas and not do Reaper opening?
What is it? Oh, he's going for... Oh, he's going...
Yeah.
Oh.
This is unusual.
He wants to do something one base.
But you know what? I think this is going to be like a Hellion expansion.
Yeah, because there's no second gas.
Yeah. And you know what? This makes sense on this map. This map is so big and open. You know, the Reaper, of course, will take longer to cross the map, so it won't be able to get as much done.
Yeah.
And Hellions, of course, are very fast. I kind of like it, actually.
It's pretty cool.
It's like, this is an old school open. We haven't seen this for a while.
That 6-link run by definitely won't work.
Oh, no. Well, unless the Hellions aren't paying attention. They're somewhere else. He has a wall, though, so...
All right, so back to my counterpoint.
Yes.
100% of the time that STC is down 0-1 to a Zerg, he wins the match.
That's true.
In WCS.
That's true. A lot of stats out there for you guys.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of stats.
All right, so...
Case studies, I guess you should say, not really.
Did not send his Overlord in that direction, which is a little bit interesting. He sent his first Overlord to the bottom.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's the 50-50. But normally, a lot of people send their second Overlord to the other location. But Snute sent his second Overlord to keep an eye on his natural. Of course, he wanted to keep an eye if there's a bunker being built or something like that. So it was an alternative choice. And it's not necessarily any less correct. It's just safer against. Oh, he's going for Hellbat drops.
Oh.
I mean, he's building armory, right?
Yeah, or a Thor. Well, that would make sense. Yeah, I think you're right.
The Thor Rush was really good until Zergs discovered they had bannings.
Yes.
Because Thor Hellion will beat anything that's not bannings.
I think Lucifron tried it at WCS Europe.
Oh, that was a TVT,
week.
though. And that was a Thor
drop
Rush.
Oh, good point. Yep. Yeah. You are correct.
Yeah, and he marked it really well with the speed medevac. Yeah, but I think that was against Happy, if I remember correctly. That was a great match. But, oh, He's going for a if they see the Roach Ward, that's going to be so bad for Snute.
Oh my god, the Hellions actually getting into the main base. Snute does not want this to happen.
He was not ready for this timing. Remember, he never scouted.
Yeah.
And normally, this is very fast Hellions.
Very fast Hellions. Usually, you know, he doesn't have speed.
About 30 seconds later normally.
Yeah, we don't speed on these links. 7 Roaches in production here. Now, this is kind of interesting because these 7 Roaches will be out to help deal with the Hellbat drops, potentially.
They will. It's
is there ever a case where STC doesn't want to force out too many units? Like, we have some Hellions go to the natural as well. More drones gonna fall. Oh my gosh, STC taking Snute completely off guard at this time. The Roaches finally getting on the field. More drones in production, and this is just the beginning, my friends. This is only the beginning of what STC intends to do.
Snute is in such a rough spot. STC has got to hold this little Roach push. But I feel like he can. I mean, if he's got a bunker and 2 Widow Mines, so as long as he keeps building Marines, or actually he's going to go straight for a Marauder.
He's going for Widow Mines, not Hellbats.
Yeah, I actually kind of like getting 4 up first. When you see that many Roaches, he was originally planning to go Hellbats.
Yeah, he would have gone the Hellbats, but he's like, you know what? I want to be extra safe. I did a lot of damage to the Hellions. I got a lot of drone kills.
And the thing about Hellbats is if there's no micro, Hellbats actually do very well against Roaches. But in these small numbers, Roaches can kite them quite well.
Oh, only 1 bunker here, not really protecting that middle line. SCV is going to be pulled Snute.
I think he's just going to abandon the middle line. And eventually he'll let the Widow Mines recharge, and then he'll slowly, you know, encroach. Especially as time goes by, you know, as soon as he can build a couple more depots right now. As soon as he gets a Marauder, you know, the Marauder can poke at the Roaches, learn back to Widow Mines.
Yeah.
I think he's pretty happy with the way things are going, and he's actually getting Hellions instead of Hellbats. I thought he was going to get ready to do that Hellbat rush, but maybe he just wants a few more Hellions first.
That's a really good point. I'm wondering if... I don't know. Yeah, that's really strange.
There's a Widow Mine drop going over on in Snute's main over here.
Yeah, 2 Widow Mines getting dropped.
That could be potentially effective.
There's no layer, I don't think. Is there? Oh my god. Okay, there's another one being dropped at the natural. It's going to drop down, going to try to desperately burrow. Drones trying to run. Don't want to clump them up too much. The Ling's going to take the shot, even peeling one away. Workers killed is up to 16. Income tab 42 to 30. Still in favor of Snute. Oh my god, that orbital is so low in health.
He probably should repair that at some point.
There, the Hellbats we were waiting for.
Yes.
Okay. Widow Mine's finally going to die. Spore Crawler's in the main there, so.
Oh, the second Widow Mine is going to get hit off? Nope, it will not. Another Spore Crawler being built natural. Those Widow Mines are very effective, though.
Yes.
I mean, they forced 2 spores, and they killed a good number of drones as well. So a very nice drop. Medevac, of course, survived. He's going to repair that up and send it back with Hellbats. But there are spores now. But are the units to actually fight the Hellbats? I mean, there's just queens, right? I mean, if you get enough queens, sure you can take
It's tricky because, you know, you kind of want to target down the medevac.
Yes.
Because that puts a timer on the Hellbat drops. But at the same time, you want to have something obviously attacking the Hellbats, or they're just going to walk around.
He's building Zerglings.
Frolicking through the...
You know, he never saw the armory. And this is a weird timing because normally it comes faster, but it was delayed because of the Roach rush.
STC even waited a long time before making those 3rd and 4th Hellbats. Oh my god, the Widow Mine is trying to burrow down here. One drone saying, you know what, guys, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what? What the hell was that?
It was like a blink dodge with a spore, but Hellbat's in the main.
Oh my god.
Taking out a good number of drones here.
I was so taken aback by what just happened there.
I think he got about another 5 drones. Only
up to 21 workers killed. I gotta watch this minimap a little bit closer.
Can it save that other Hellbat there?
Okay. 1 Hellbat gets out. Let's take tabs at things. 21 workers killed for the STC. Income is 57 to 42. Still in favor of Snute. And his opponent's still
Snute's angry, man.
He is pretty mad. He's sending a bunch of Lings across the field. Enough is enough.
There's Hellbats.
There's lots of Hellbats.
Yeah, I don't... Oh, you know what? He's just trying to deny the 3rd, make sure that's not happening.
Yes.
He's obviously not going to try to...
Gotta watch out for the Widow Mine, though.
Boost speedings. Yes.
There's a Widow Mine, like, lurking. Oh. Okay.
Skitters away.
Run.
I love the way they walk. It better burrow again right now. Or you have to find somewhere to hide.
I thought he would be baiting him into more Widow Mines, so he's just being careful. That's a pretty smart move, actually. All right, so opening it with Hellbats. Now, Snute might be thinking, okay, is he following it up with mech? Which sometimes happens, but we see Bio being exclusively made. More and more Hellbats being added on here as well. So
I like it.
Neglecting, or not neglecting, but choosing not to go for the 2nd engineering bay in favor...
Very Marauder heavy as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is... You know, there's a mass Hellbat Marine strategy, which is pretty interesting, because if you have good spreads, it's actually really good because...
Oh my god, STC just left into his third with all of his army. So a bunch of Banelings going to go straight into the natural expansion. I don't see any Widow Mines here, and Snute going to try to get some damage done. Banelings detonating on a bunch of stuff going straight to the natural expansion. SCVs are vulnerable. Snute trying to get those explosions off. Might get one Baneling
He didn't raise the wall.
Oh, the Ling's going straight into the main base.
Oh, and the reinforcement Lings got just obliterated.
Okay. Snute should be cleaned up. STC moment.
These Zergans are doing a lot of more damage than you would have thought at first.
Yeah, for a moment there, STC. Yeah, go ahead.
If you just raised the depots, that would have been a total failure by Snute. But all of a sudden, he actually just, each of these Zergans killed at least one unit.
Now STC is mad. He's going to be charging across the map here.
Snute's going for a counter.
Snute's countering. He does not want to engage this. Again, it's not like, I'm trying to think of the optimal unit comp to use against this. Hellbats and Marauders. I'm not so sure, but we see the counterattack going into the natural expansion of the STC at the same time. STC coming forward with a bunch of Marauders and Hellbats. Looks like the Lings are doing a lot of damage there at the natural of STC, but here comes STC into the natural of Snute. So many Hellbats, so many Marauders with medevacs above to heal them, preemptively splitting in case any Banelings come forward, but I don't know what stops this.
He's done a lot of damage to the counter, but like you said, there's just nothing to stop it. You need a horde of Banelings. He doesn't have that many quite out yet. STC's finally cleaning up the units that is natural, and now all he has to worry about is doing damage with this big attack.
Two more Banelings coming in, trying to get those very key detonations. The medevacs again healing the Hellbats from above. Spore Crawlers trying to take some shots at those medevacs. No more Hellbats are existing here. Only Marauders and Marines. Keep in mind, STC can just pick up and run away if he wants to, but he's going to stick around and do some more damage.
He's doing a lot of damage, but he hasn't really killed the economy very effectively of Snute.
STC lost a lot of harvesters.
He did. The speed encounter killed so many harvesters. But you know what? There's still more Terran units crossing the field, and Snute only has speedlings. Are there any Hellbats in its composition? It's only Marines.
Units tab says 2 Hellbats are on the map.
If you can wait for those Hellbats, and if you... Oh, no, but before that happens, speedlings trying to intercept the rally. Not quite enough.
Snute, really cool play, going for counterattacks, trying to cut off reinforcements, but STC, he's kind of adjusted to that. Like, he's keeping his army together so that doesn't happen. He's realizing his mistakes and you know, adjusting his play based on how his opponent is playing. Really cool play from both of these two guys, and now STC charging forward. Once again, Link's trying to counterattack the left-hand side of the map. Plenty of Marines there going to deal with that. But here we come. STC going to try to split up those units. A lot of Banelings here from Snute. They do not have speed just yet, but Snute is going to have enough to clean this up.
He is. Efficient trade by STC, but, you know, with the amount of resources he's down by...
This is still a really close game.
It's not enough to be efficient. He's got to find a way to get a third up or to be even more cost-efficient. No third on the way, so he's going to keep sending units at Snute. The goal here is basically to dry Snute out of Larva. Right? Snute has good economy, but all he can produce is speedlings and banelings. If STC keeps the pressure up, potentially with all the multitasking going on, Snute might make a couple inject mistakes. He might start running out of larva, and then the attacks may be able to overwhelm him.
These guys are having to deal with, you know, pressure, counterattacks, all while slowly proceeding with their tech. We have Hellbat drop going into that third base. There's a Spore Crawler there. The Hellbat's going to be dropped, going after the drone. Snute not pulling them away just yet. Now going to be pulling them away. Lings and Banelings coming forward. But these Hellbats are going to be very cost efficient before they die.
Zerglings are not the best response. Oh so many going down. The Baneling finally taking out the Hellbat before it finishes off the rest. The main attack, though, is pushing in.
It's a lot of units here from Snute, though. A lot of Lings, a lot of Banelings. +2 attack is underway. STC already has +2. Working on +3. The Banelings and Lings rolling in. No Widow Mines here in this competition. Keep that in mind. Going to be loading up into the medevacs and jetting on into the main, I would expect. That's exactly what he's going to do.
Very cost efficient from the STC. The trick is, can he hold the counterattack? Oh, he's moving. He's going to sound the map. Speeding's coming in here.
Lings and Banelings going to be engaged in the natural. We have a drop going into the main base of Snute, but Snute going to try to make some damage happen into the natural expansion of its opponent. Again, no Widow Mines here to get those key shots off. Only Marines, but the Banelings are going to eventually go away. The drop, meanwhile,
deflected.
Going to be deflected.
Yeah, a lot of Speedlings got there in time to deflect it. STC with a very fast pickup, so they didn't lose too many units trying to counterattack. Neither player getting damage done, and you know what? That's a win for Snute because he's got the extra base.
Going to try to drop again in the natural, but the queens from Snute making sure that does not happen, even spreading out the creep to help deal with that. Lings going to catch the Marines in the middle of the map. They need to get picked up right away. Pick him up, pick him up, pick him up.
Oh, he's
just not picking up.
Very late, of course. He was trying to get this drop play done, but the Queen's focusing on the medevacs. Transfuses going down. They're out of energy now.
It's not going to be enough. Snute needs some help over there to deal with that. A bunch of banelings in production here from Snute. Going to try to end his opponent right now. STC now adding on the Widow Mines to his composition. He needs to get those burrowed right away. Meanwhile, the drop happening in the main base, targeting down the lair. The Ling's working on that. The Marine's going to come out and try to greet these banelings. The Ling's going to try to run by and soak up those Widow Mine shots, and that's going to leave a clear path for the banelings. No more Widow Mines left, going straight into the natural station, taking out a bunker, taking out some Marines, but needs to get a key SCV kill. That's exactly what he's going to try to do. Baneling's going for the SCVs. Oh my god, great split there for STC, keeping the majority of his SCVs alive. That could have been a lot worse for him.
Wow, what a blow for blow game. Both players executing their attacks so well. STC overall be more cost efficient, but of course the extra economy of Snute is enough. And now STC, his main is mined out. His natural only has a few patches left. This is the move that he needs to work. He has to get this third base up. If he can't defend this, then Snute just going to overrun him.
Snute just, I'm not going to say threw a lot of units away, but he just sacrificed a lot of units trying to go for that middle line of his opponent.
He threw a lot of units away.
Okay, fair enough. So he's not going to have as big of an army as he could. Lots of Widow Mines here. Snute trying to split some Lings away. Scan going down, making sure, all right, no Burrowed Bane, let's get rid of the creep. Snute trying to decide, how do I approach this? I don't want to die to a bunch of Widow Mines. I need to figure out a way to get some Lings in there, but how do you do that? How do you do that optimally? Snute going for a massive surround here. Oh no, he might just go for a counterattack.
Oh, the counter could be so effective. STC's production is starting to fall off as his economy dips.
All right, we have a Fungal nailing the Marines at the same time. A Ling counterattack into the natural expansion. These guys are absolutely everywhere. Those Lings are going to get a lot of damage. The supply depot is going to finally get raised. Meanwhile, STC approaching his opponent's side of the map, trying to clear some creep for now. Snute trying to decide, again, an optimal way to engage that army, because one misengagement could mean the end of the game. All right, we see STC heading into that fourth base. And Snute just going to counter right across the map. That fourth goes down. I don't know if this is the right decision, but Snute has to get a lot of damage done with his counterattack.
He definitely does. If he can shut down enough economy, it's going to work. But STC with a great defense. Snute Sirlian's not being very efficient. Meanwhile, STC is pushing in, but his units are actually kind of, they're confused.
They are. He can just pick up and try to waltz away if he needs to, but he has so many units that I don't think it's going to matter. He's just going to try to muscle through. Meanwhile, Baneling's heading right for that SCV cluster at the third. The SCVs are all going to explode into a million pieces. It's going to happen. There it is. And the bunker should go down as well. Meanwhile, STC continue to put pressure on his opponent's side of the map.
This is Snute's last mining base. This is his third base. If his hatchery goes down, he's not going to be mining anymore. He's going to have to make it work with what he's got.
He doesn't have enough to defend, I don't think. Great Widow Mine shots from the STC, taking down a bunch of Lings and Banelings. STC taking a commanding supply lead, 90-63. Snute trying to make it happen, but loses that third base.
Snute's not mining. He's not mining. That was his only mining base.
The STC is not mining.
But he's tearing.
You're right.
He can land a command center.
You're right. Point taken.
Oh wait,
point
no.
approved.
Snute still has a little bit of minerals left in his natural.
Okay.
I stand corrected actually. He has minerals left in his natural.
Okay.
STC's got to drop the mule hammer.
He does.
There he does. 2 mules in his natural, 2 mules in his third. And he still has the mobility of the medevac. Snute's in a really tough position. Snute's stuck on hardcore defensive duty.
Yes.
Because Snute, he can't let this hatchery die. He's rebuilding his third base. He needs to get this up.
Yes.
Which means he doesn't have the army to split it up. Like he's got 60 food, right? Over half of which is drones. So he pretty much has to camp his army on his third base. And then meanwhile, STC is going to be muling away.
So
maybe he can't afford to defend it. It'll take too long to go up.
I don't know if STC wants to go pressure across the map.
I mixed it up. Actually, Snute is the one who has to attack because his hatchery is going to take a while to finish.
Yeah.
STC's already mining from that third.
He's
Every minute that goes
ridiculous,
by. Yeah. But another hand,
Snute has infestors.
Oh, that's true.
So if he can be really customized with those, really good on his control. Oh, almost got a bungle there. I feel like drops might be a problem, maybe. They are. I mean, drops can be annoying, but this is almost the point where both players have so few units to drop to kill a random building to main. Yeah. It might not be the most efficient use of them. I'd be too nervous about infestors.
Yes.
If I wanted to push across the map, right? So as a Terran, I think I'd rather go for drops. But STC doesn't necessarily. Okay, I think he knows about the infestor because he saw.
He does.
He said some Widow Mines across.
Oh, there's a drop into third base. Infestors are over it though. Infested Terrans combined with Fungals should be cost efficient. One infestor might go down. It does go down. But
clean it up.
A good trade for Snute overall, but STC's not done. He knows infestors are running low on energy. He's going to try to push out, maybe just to clear up some of the creep.
Yeah, I mean, he's up 111 to 54 supply. He has 3 bases, one of them mining. So he's going to be willing to trade to a certain extent. He just doesn't want to lose everything for free, which would be like a fungal and like 2 banelings hitting this entire Marine squad.
And actually, there's a lot of energy still left on this investment. This is dangerous for STC. Yes, he's way ahead, but oh, the infestors
Oh my
are
god, did he see those banelings? That is a baneling connect that Snute absolutely needs that.
And he's going to be dropping mules. He's not going to be using scans.
Oh, scan might come. Okay. The Marines might walk over these banelings. That's exactly what Snute wants. Snute is watching these banelings very closely. STC expecting an attack. And he's just sending a few Marines up there.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get them jammed where they die to fungals.
I don't want to leave this spot, but there's something going on. Okay, Infestors burrowed. They're sneaking over to STC's third. Banelings are waiting for these Marines to come up, but STC is just too smart. Look at this. He's only sending a few Marines at a time. That's all he needs to do. Takes down the hatchery. Meanwhile, infested Terrans being dropped at the third base of STC. Snute trying to make this happen, but as this game goes along, STC keeps increasing his supply advantage. It's now 120 to 36. STC is in a great position right now.
He is.
Oh, the banelings hit. Right when I move away my camera, it happens, but I still captured it. Yep. GG.
Not enough.
From Snute. That game.
These guys are putting forth some crazy games, man.
That was fantastic.
I mean, it's the exact same theme.
That was a 28-minute game, and I don't think either player got above like 120 supply.
No, probably not. Almost the same theme. Snute with way more economy.
Yeah.
STC way more cost efficient, better trades. But unlike the last game, there came a point where all of a sudden Snute went for kind of base trade thing.
Yeah.
And STC was like, sure, I'm happy. If I can take out your economy, I know I've been more cost efficient.
Never base trade to Terran is just kind of the lingo, but we saw STC go for a pretty interesting unit composition, going for the Marauders and the Hellbats, really. I think it definitely worked out for him. The Hellbats definitely worked out. And again, it all comes from the opening too. You know, opening up with those early Hellions that Snute was definitely not prepared for. I felt like that gave STC momentum leading into the mid-game, but that's a game where any different decision from either player drastically changes things. But it was very fun to watch, very entertaining. Hopefully you guys are entertained because we got more coming your way. Currently, the series is tied at 1-1, Snute versus the STC, to determine who's going to be the first to advance to the round of 16 of Season 1 of WCS America Premier League. Guys, stay tuned. Game 3 coming up.